He's Doran.
And he's Dean. And up till 2 minutes ago, we're still in the EU. So without further ado, before we have to pay duty on our drinks, cue music. Okay, so in this section we're now on to our weekly segment of Across the Pond, which basically is our look across the water to those crazy fools in the good old US of A. So we always, we say this every week, but it's a never-ending source of entertainment from over there, and it's always plenty to choose from. And this week is no exception. So we're suitably lubricated now after drink of the week, and we've had our vino, and I think it's time now to pull the yaks apart a little bit, isn't it? I think a little bit. Is that? Yeah.
Well, we're alright. I think we're pretty complimentary this week, actually, aren't we?
Yeah, for now. Yeah, we'll do our best not to be, but no, still alive. It's just you do things differently, don't they?
Very differently.
Yeah. But we like you really. So what have we got first? Is it my go?
It's your go first.
I haven't a clue what I'm going to say.
That's because you're down that wide. Look, it's gone. Have you noticed it's disappeared?
Yeah, it's gone. What am I doing first?
The fucking light speed jobby.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's the red wine. It gets to start scrambling. Well, it certainly scrambles my brain, but yeah. So this first one, bit of like the mice story in the news, really. A bit sci-fi, a bit weird. But there's this NASA engineer, and you probably picked up by now. I talk about stuff like this quite a lot, NASA and space and things like that. So I can't really help it, but it fascinates me. And this particular this engineer is no exception, really. So he's theorised, but there's a lot of science behind it, saying that they've developed this drive system for obviously space travel, and they reckon using the maths and the theory, it's sound, and they reckon they can get this drive system up to 99% of light speed, which is pretty good. Now it's all theoretical, so before you start thinking, you're going to start seeing like the space shuttle or lunar orbiters or whatever it is travelling at light speed, not going to happen. But it's interesting. And I like always with these things as well, is that science fiction, the things you see in the movies, just get that one step closer. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah. It's light speed, because didn't Einstein say it would be impossible, didn't he?
Yeah, he said something like it was impossible to travel faster than the speed of light. So, and I mean, mathematically as well, I mean, the speed of light is, I think it's 100 and...
That's what I'm trying to do,
No, it's 186,000 miles per second.
Jesus.
Yeah, light speed. Pretty sure that's what it is. It's light speed. But that's why I was thinking, like, that Millennium Falcon, like, when it goes to light speed, why does it have lights on the front?
Actually, I found the Millennium Falcon about 0.5 past light speed.
Alright, sorry. So why does it have lights on the front? No point, is there?
Lights on the front?
You know when it goes like into the like pit on Empire Strikes, but Empire Strikes Back, it goes into the asteroid.
Yeah.
And then, but when you go in light speed, you wouldn't need lights, would you?
Yeah, but he's not doing light speed.
No, but I'm just saying if he was going light speed.
Docking lights.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to make a point.
Fucking distance.
No, not dissing. No, but you wouldn't need lights, would you?
No, not light speed, wouldn't you? Because you'd overtake.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
You'd go faster than the lights in front of you.
Or would the light be on?
Would the light be on, or would it go behind you?
Yeah. Wouldn't I know?
That's a question for after we finish that bottle.
Yeah. But like a lot of things in like sci-fi movies and stuff like that, they never take into consideration like time dilation either. Because you go at light speed, time passes a lot faster for you than it does for the people that you're approaching or going away from. So it doesn't really make sense.
Reminds me of that film Interstellar.
Yeah.
Great film.
Yeah, good film.
Christ, you've got to be sober to watch that, haven't you? If you've had half a pint, forget it.
Oh yeah.
You ain't getting that.
No, it wrecks your head. Yeah. But time travel is possible. I mean, it happens every day. I mean, when the astronauts go into space, they do time experiments where they synchronise watches before they leave, and when they come back, they're different.
Yeah.
And it's because they travel at a different speed. So if you travel at a different speed for long enough, time travels slower for you than it does for the people on Earth. So it's slower, quicker. Quicker. So for them, if you could go quick enough, what would seem like a minute to you might be a week on Earth. If you go quick enough. But if you go even quicker than that, theory is the quicker you go, theoretically you could spend, if you went close to light speed or quicker, in like 10 minutes, it might be 10 years on Earth.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a bit on going back to that Interstellar. They get out that ship, don't they? They land on that planet, and time's all different. It's as soon as you step outside, it was something like every minute's like fucking 12 hours on Earth or something like that. By the time they've gone and got it and got back on ship, they go back and that fella's all grey and
But it's sound science though. Sound. Yeah, so it's weird. Really, really weird.
Do we want to do that? Do we want to do that though?
What?
Travel at light speed. Because are we ready? If we travel at light speed, we could go essentially anywhere we wanted.
Well, you say that, you can, but the problem is, even at light speed, even if you went to 186,000 miles a second, it would take, 1 light year would take a year. Yeah. So, travelling at the speed of light, so the nearest star, say it's 40 lights, take 40 years. Oh, yeah. That's the problem, it's ridiculous distances. It just puts it into perspective, that size of the bloody universe. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm on a 20-mile commute.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it is bonkers. It is bonkers. But eventually, as things go on and technology improves, they will have the ability to travel at ridiculous speeds, and it's going to happen.
Can't hold progress.
No, you can't. No. But they say that with time travel, though, is that people say, well, time travel doesn't exist yet, but not to us it doesn't, but the people in the future it might do. So then we would, are the people that come back to this time that we don't know about.
But thingy, what's his name? They reckon he's a time traveller, don't they? All the slightly weird people. Matt Groening invented Simpsons.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of theories with it.
Because the Simpsons, if you have a look, Google it, Simpsons predictions, they predict so much shit, don't they?
Weird, yeah.
It's accurate as well.
Yeah.
And properly accurate to even the where people are standing and stuff like that.
It is weird. Yeah, there's a lot of online information or theories regarding Matt Groening and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. But then again, if somebody came, people say, well, why wouldn't they just turn up and go on a time trip? Well, if they did, you'd lock them up. Look at Sarah Connor. With all her predictions, look where she ended up in Pescadero Mental. Yeah, remember that Pescadero Mental Institute, didn't she? So.
Don't fancy that new Terminator film.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it though.
It'll give it a go.
You got to, haven't you?
It looks a bit shit to me.
Well, yeah, got to. Quite like. I thought Genesis was alright. Quite like Genesis. Yeah, I did enjoy it. Quite like. I like the way they recreated the 84 bit at the beginning.
It was alright, but they spoiled it, didn't they, with poster when they released it. If you've not seen Terminator Genesis, and you want to, look away now. Stick your fingers in your ears now. I'll give you fair warning. When they released it, the poster before the film came out, when Jason Clarke, he's the John Connor, but he turns out to be the Terminator. He returns into that weird dark skeleton.
Yeah.
They put that on the release poster with half his face on it.
Oh, right.
On the release poster.
I didn't know that.
So the biggest twist in the film, they give away on the release poster.
That's a bit shit, isn't it?
Yeah, somebody got fucking hung for that.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, you're right. No, but I quite enjoyed that. But no, I love time travel. I love the concept of it. Love it. But would you do it?
Yeah, it depends.
I don't know.
Because a lot of it, they say it's time and space, isn't it? So you could invent a time machine, but wherever that time machine went to, you would still be in the same place. Do you know what I mean? So if we had a time machine here, and we went back, or they say you can't go forward because it's not been made, don't we? If you went back 60 years, we would be here 60 years ago. You know what I mean? We won't be in Germany or anywhere like that. So whatever was here 60 years ago.
Yeah, you mean the location? Yeah, the location you were at.
So you have to be stupidly careful that you don't materialise inside of a fucking
building,
brick wall or something like that. Wouldn't you?
That's true.
Middle of a middle of a minefield.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but there's all sorts of these time paradoxes as well, isn't there? Where that if you went back and changed something.
Butterfly effect, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you went back to your great grandparents, changed something that meant your great grandfather didn't meet your great grandmother, and therefore you were never born.
Yeah.
You wouldn't exist, but then you had to have existed to come
Because
back
you
and
came
do
back,
it.
yeah.
So as you put your time paradox, so you can't. How does that work?
Oh, I think that's a question for minds superiorly immeasurable to ours.
Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Yeah, weird.
We're going to stay on space for the next Across the Pond.
Remember,
yeah. 3 or 4 episodes ago, might have even been less, we mentioned the first all-female spacewalk.
Yeah.
Was it Cock and Mayer?
Kelly made that tea one night.
Cock and Van.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Chicken that's been run over by a van.
Yeah.
They completed the spacewalk. If you remember, there was a problem with the suits and that, and they had to get them a medium because they were only...
To get them taken in the middle.
Yeah. My bum looked big in it, so they wouldn't go outside with. They've completed the spacewalk.
She's got a big ass, actually.
Who?
Cock.
No, there's a big cock joke there, but I'm not going to do it.
No.
I'm not going to do it.
No.
They've done the spacewalk. NASA have released a lot of pictures because, they're chuffed because it's all female.
Yeah, brushed.
Well, I don't know about her brushes, but if you ever wondered what a hairdryer effect would have in zero gravity, I think it looks something like this.
Oh God, I knew it. The effects of hair drying in space. I knew it. I knew that would happen. Put a female in space. Put them anywhere. One thing's guaranteed: the hair dryer. You can imagine when they did the inventory for the mission, like with blokes, it'd be like, I've got a pair of
socks, 2 pair of undies.
No, bollock, I'm wearing my underwear. I'll put the other pair on as well, and then I have to carry them. And then, but you can imagine the women, they'll be marching through, well, I don't know, called departures, but marching through quarantine with their hand luggage and their big trunk as well. And yeah, look, as you can see, the proofs there, the intergalactic hairdryers.
The NASA released some other photos as well. You remember what I just mentioned before? They actually delayed their spacewalk because they didn't have suits small enough for them. They've launched a new platform. Oh God, my research is top notch. I think it's called the Orion or something like that.
Ford Orion.
Oh God, I saw them in years.
Yeah, full of them.
When they bought one of them with an RF body kit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
that. They've released they've addressed the issue, NASA, and they've launched this new suit concept. Remember old episodes of Lost in Space? And it was Danger, Will Robinson. they all move like this, or like spoons. What they do is you sit in like this metal ring, like a burr ring. So you've got a big metal ring round your midriff, and you've got them round your knees and round your elbows and your wrists, and then they kind of like shrink wrap the suit round you, so you're protected, but you've got mobility in your joints like that. So it's like one size.
Sounds like a sex dungeon.
What? Being shrink wrapped?
Yeah. Some people pay good money for that.
One size fits all.
Yeah.
Not the Crystal Palace fan.
Yeah. You could sell that to perverts.
I'm guessing a NASA space suit is going to be out of your weekly pay.
Yeah, if you have to you'd have to be
pervert.
quite well off. Yeah, you'd have to be an affluent pervert. Like a lot of them are, aren't they?
Yeah, all over BBC. Yeah. I didn't say that. Not on camera.
No. So no, they're so yeah, they've done womankind proud, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah, you've walked in space. So
swerve the subject before we're losing any more subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, true enough. Man, he knows by now that if you don't like it, don't watch.
And we're only jesting.
Yeah, we are.
We're all
yeah, we are. We'll laugh at ourselves enough. And we take the piss out of everybody. That's the general rule, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
No.
We're an equal opportunities piss taker.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody gets a fair ribbon. Basically. Absolutely do. Absolutely do.
Right, let's swerve that story now before we get ourselves in trouble. What have you got?
I've got the, on a lighter note, reading about America. I've always thought like with America, because you have these things, don't you, where you say, well, what do we like to live in America? And I suppose they probably think the same, like with us, like you probably have this sort of grandiose idea about always being sunny and you know, the lifestyle being really, really good. I mean, they have some shitholes in America, don't they, as well? Absolute. Because the thing is with America, I think that, you know, like you get over here, because we're a small country, we like it, it's like, oh, that street's really bad. Or even part of that town's really bad. But because of the size of America, when they talk about bad areas, they're not talking about a street or a house or even an estate or a village. If that's a bad area, it's like the size of Manchester. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like certain parts of Detroit. I remember watching a documentary. I can't remember what it was now. Really interesting about. I think it was the decline of like Motor City, you know, Detroit, Michigan, and there was these areas the police didn't go to, and they were like all where the workers used to live. These little towns next to the old car factories, and now they're just basically war zones. They look like Libya, like towns in Libya or Syria, you know, like bombed, like Benghazi and stuff like that. Yeah, really look like that. Cops won't go down there. Horrendous. But what I'm getting at is the shit areas are everywhere, but a bit scary, that type of thing. But on a lighter note, they've done a study like the happiest state. I don't really know how they mention it, how they measure it, should I say, in all honesty. But they've come up with a winner. And I was racking my brains before I read the answer to the happiest state and where it would be. I was thinking all these things. Like you think like, well, New York, but then you think New York City, it makes you a bit hard. You have to be a bit, you know what I mean, that type of thing. Then California, you're thinking it's just like. But the most obvious one, it didn't really occur to me, was the America state that you don't immediately think of. The winner of the happiest state was actually Hawaii.
Oh, that's a shock.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I know.
The Paradise Tropical Island, one happiest place.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So, but it makes a lot of sense, really, doesn't it? It would be, wouldn't it? It just would be. But then, when we were researching that you think, well, similar to like London or the big areas, if you're born there, if you're born in Hawaii and stuff like that, it's so expensive because there's that many people that go there that are very, very rich that you can't afford to live there. You can't afford it. So local people are having to move away just so they can survive, basically. So
it's not right. That.
No, it's like a playground for the rich, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's it's. I mean, we saw when we did the research for this bit, we saw some of the snapshots, some of the areas, and I'm like, my God, it's like beautiful tropical. I mean, everything you envisage when you shut your eyes and think of tropical paradise. That's it. It's a bit like the Bounty advert, you know, it's just about the coconuts that land on the rock and just split up. Because also the coconut, when it lands on the rock, it doesn't just split and it shatter. It just splits down the middle, doesn't it?
Yeah, I could have done that.
Coconut water just flows down, and then there's the beautiful bronzed bikini-clad girl. In fact, you ever buy a coconut from the supermarket?
Try and get in the fucking thing.
Get in it, yeah. You need a sledgehammer, yeah. And it never splits down the middle.
No.
It just splatters coconut milk all up the wall, and you end up with shards of coconut stuck in your eye.
My youngest loves coconut, but she's always after them. The last one we bought, I had it in the vice in the garage, and I'm absolutely kicking the shit out of it with a lump out, and it would not move. And I was absolutely, I mean, I was going blacksmith on his ass. It would not move. And when it finally did, it shattered into a fucking trillion pieces.
Yeah, they're a waste of fucking time.
They're not worth the effort.
No, they bollocks. They're nice, but I'm not that bloody nice. Just buy a fucking bag. empty.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
Tell you what, if I was Tom Hanks, I'd have been dead in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I couldn't be fucking arse for all that.
No, yeah. He'd end up just knobbing Wilson all day, wouldn't he?
You won't be smiling there, Wilson.
No. He'd be like that. Instead of having that, his eyes would just be like that. Yeah.
Tell us on underground, going back to films again, like we always do. It was partly shot on Hawaii, a battleship.
Yeah.
Seen that?
I have seen that. Yeah.
Apparently, it was licensed by Hasbro because it was based on the board game. I mean, was it? Fuck.
Yeah.
With nothing.
No, I quite enjoyed it. Who was in it?
Taylor Kirsch, his name
Yeah,
was.
and somebody quite famous in it.
Liam Neeson was the admiral.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. Alec Baldwin for some reason,
Yeah.
but yeah. Liam Neeson. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. On a not a shit scale, it's too strong, but on a B movie scale.
Yeah.
You accept.
Don't take it too seriously.
That's it. That's exactly right. That's exactly. But no, I quite enjoyed that.
They shoe on Rihanna in there, didn't they?
Yeah,
Just said that.
Is that it?
Just to say that she was in it, but she was fucking terrible. She had like 5 lines in it and they were crap.
Yeah, they're horrendous. Yeah, she's. Well, I don't even like her that much.
No, that umbrella gets my fucking nerves. Yeah. She released that. Didn't you remember we released that umbrella and everybody were going skits all over it because it was like, oh, it's brilliant. We had the worst summer, didn't we? It literally pissed it down all summer in the UK.
We always have shit summers.
Yeah, but even worse that one. I blame Rihanna for that, for bringing a song called Umbrella in summer.
Yeah. You had a lot of fucking explaining to do, Rihanna. Yeah, she's a lot to answer for. A lot to answer for. But no, it was a good movie, that Battleship.
Yeah.
But no, Happy State, apparently. But then again, if you live in Hawaii, you would be happy, wouldn't you? But then, if you're a local, then they're not that happy. Because didn't fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter used to be in Hawaii?
I know you mean, but I'm quite happy to say I've never watched an episode.
Oh my god, have you not?
No.
I thought it'd be right up your street.
No.
Oh, it's good.
I think
On a shit level, it's like watching Hulk Hogan running up and down the street.
That's what I turned it on.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch it.
So a big steadhead with fucking a mullet.
Oh, it's brilliant.
A mullet, wrap around shades and a bum bag. And I thought, I'm watching this.
Oh, it's
shite,
brilliant.
And I turned it off.
Yeah, but on a shit level, you've got to watch it.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, it's brilliant because he's like a Christian as well. You know, he's like a sort of. He was a bad guy. He was a bad one when he was young. And turned to God, as they do, which made all his sins disappear. Funnily enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does that apparently. Yeah, it washes away all his sins.
That's handy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and he basically hunts down bail skippers, and but it's Hawaii. I'm sure it was Hawaii. Yeah, it was definitely. And I remember thinking then some of the things were gorgeous, some of the places, but great. He actually lost his wife recently. If you've not watched it, you probably big character in it called Beth, and blonde.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. And she died recently. So yeah, I know, sad really. But no, it was shit, but it really entertained.
Guilty pleasure.
Oh, it was brilliant. And then what he'd do is he'd capture them, like he'd run down the street, and then his son Leland, who was the athletic one, he'd be the one doing all the work. He'd be the one that would like climb up a building to capture this dude, drag him down, and then Dog would grab hold of him and drag him in front of the camera to get all the credit. And then they'd have that sort of 5 minutes of him where he'd sit him down and try and preach God to him to convert him.
Oh God.
It was funny though, brilliant though, brilliant. Well, yeah. So apparently Hawaii is the happiest state. So if you've got millions of dollars and you can afford a holiday home there, then that probably explains it, I would say. But if you've got a $300 a day meth habit and all you can afford is a pair of flip flops and Bermuda shorts.
But mind you, weather and that down there, you can just live on beach, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think
they do. Let you.
I think they do. Yeah, but I think that's a good point. They don't let you because of the not that they should let you, I suppose. But like if you had a £300, should I say, meth habit, you wouldn't sleep on Blackpool Beach, would you?
No, I won't sleep on Blackpool Beach for all fucking golden.
You'd die of hypothermia before the drugs caught you. Mate, there's more drugs in Blackpool than there is in Honolulu.
There's more drugs in the sand.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shithole.
It is. It's an absolute fucking cesspool.
Blackpool's a shithole. If you're from Blackpool,
Sorry.
no, I'm not.
No, I mean, sorry, they're from Blackpool.
Yeah. I feel sorry for you. Yeah, exactly. But no, Blackpool is an absolute cesspool.
They've made it worse by trying to make it clean. Because
Yeah.
obviously they've got like horse and carriages rides and donkeys and that, and they shit all over the place.
Yeah.
So council said, right, we're cleaning that up. You got to pick it up. You got to swill it out and stuff. Last time I went to Blackpool, bear in mind it's not far from here, and I'll never go. That speaks volumes. Last time we went, I took kids, and we were walking out front, and they used that much disinfectant to get rid of horse shit.
Yeah.
You could taste it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It was awful.
Yeah, it's the tackiest, shittest place on earth.
Yeah. It's a shame because if they redid it,
Well, they've been saying that since the thing I say,
Yeah.
because people say right about it that it never used to be like that, and it didn't. However, there's a little caveat to this because
oh, that was.
I think it's a good word, but you remember it when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, you don't notice the shit bits that adults notice. So I think as a kid, you're oblivious because you see the roller coasters, you see the rock, the amusements, and all that other bollocks. And whereas you're an adult, you notice the gypsies and the prostitutes and the
£5 for a boiled burger.
and like a £6 candy cock and all that. But yeah, it's a shithole.
Yeah.
I liken it to it's like a really ugly bird that they've plastered a load of makeup on, give it a facelift and a wig stuck in front of the camera. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because if you go to Blackpool in the front, even the front's a bit shit, it's a bit shady. Go 2 streets back in Blackpool, it's like fucking Beirut.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Not a nice place.
I think it
whatsoever.
burned down recently. Coral Island.
Yeah, there was a fire, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I saw that on Facebook. So, pity they burned down the whole fucking town, to be honest with you. But no, I mean, I have bittersweet because
I used to love the arcades
Yeah.
and that, but arcades are redundant now, aren't
they are redundant.
Your games console's like 20 times more powerful than an
Yeah,
arcade.
that's it. Yeah, and they don't cost a quid a go either.
No.
So, well, fond memories, I have to say.
Yeah, but
So,
I'll never go again.
no, never go again. But I'd rather go to Honolulu. I think. Yeah, without a doubt. In fact, definitely would. Without. I do like rock. Not cockshared, but I
No,
like.
as long as it's aniseed. I like aniseed.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Aniseed rock.
I like the fruity one, mate. From the multicoloured one, not fruity cock. I mean, the fruity rock. Fruity rock. Anyway, I'm gonna move on quickly.
Let's move on.
So I think that Texas started off in Honolulu, ended up in
Blackpool.
So there's a migration for you. So, and that concludes this week's Across the Pond.